Hello everyone and welcome to the 16th installment of Yid Talks. Thank you guys for being here tonight. And my talk tonight is entitled The Power of Contemplation. And to bring out this idea today, a good place to start is just to think about the modern world that we live in. The modern world that we live in today is crazy. The complexities, the contradictions, the outright absurdities that we are living through today is, I believe, unlike any other time in history. The availability of being able to contact someone from the other side of the world, hearing news the second it happens, and then the next second having 10 different opinions of the event that just occurred, which skews truth and skews the ability to understand exactly what that objective event really was. This is the world we live in today. There's so much confusion. People, at least according to my observation, there's a feeling in the world today that people are just unsure of themselves more than ever, unsure of the validity of the information that they receive. And alongside that, and what I believe sort of illuminates this or energizes this confusion and the absurdities that we see around us, no matter what you believe, whatever side you're coming from, it's absurd no matter where you look. And the thing that I think kind of enhances this is distractions. There's nothing like the modern day distraction. Having the internet alone creates so much wasted time, and I'm not even saying that in necessarily a negative way. There's so many great things that come out of the internet, but just the sheer fact that a person can simply click a link to get to a web page such as YouTube, and you could just sit in front of the computer, and hours can pass you by without even recognizing it. And this happens to me, and that's why I feel comfortable saying it with the sort of confidence that I am, because I've seen it happen to me, and I've spoken to people that also speak about the fact that this occurs. And what exactly are we being distracted from? And I'm really taking this from the spiritual, religious perspective that a lot of my talks thus far have come out to speak about. And that doesn't mean it has to be that way. Tomorrow I might want to talk about potatoes. I don't know. Potatoes were in my mind. I think my wife made a delicious potato soup tonight, so that's probably why it was on my mind. But I could be talking about potatoes tomorrow. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. You might want to check out Yid Talk number 17 to see if I talk about potatoes. But either way, I want to sort of take this from the religious perspective, the spiritual perspective, and to see, when we say we're distracted, we're saying that in a passive form, distracted. It's something we are being distracted from. And what exactly is the thing that we are being distracted from? The Ramchal in Mesilas Yesharim, which is a book that I have brought up multiple times already, and I do mention it in a way that I'm fairly confident that I will mention it, again, many times, because it's something that I try to review quite often. But the Ramchal says that there are many things in this world, and then again, he's coming from a time a few hundred years ago that he said this, and just keep that in mind. Like keep that thought in mind, that this is a man that's saying this statement from hundreds of years ago, and how much more so does it hold true today? And the Ramchal says, and I'm paraphrasing here, Ramchal says that there are many things that distract a person from understanding aspects of God, and that's fear of God and love of God and service of God. And those concepts are discussed at length in Mesilas Yesharim. But he does mention, and this is, I believe, in the introduction of the first chapter, the Ramchal does talk about how many distractions exist to take a person away from understanding their true mission in life, which according to the Ramchal, according to Torah Judaism, is to know God. It is to work and toil in life to know God to the best of our ability. And I believe one aspect that I wanted to highlight here in terms of the Ramchal's statement about the distractions that exist in this world is the power of contemplation that we all have within our abilities, within ourselves, to illuminate within ourselves. And yet, distractions that exist and what the modern world brings to us today, I believe, and this is my opinion here, but I believe that our ability to contemplate has been ripped from us. It's been completely destroyed. In terms of what contemplation has the ability to do. And just one thing that I wanted to focus on tonight, in terms of what the power of contemplation can give to us on our spiritual journeys, is one thought I'm going to put out there is that there's a king of the world. I know. Shh. I know. There are people that may be watching this that don't believe that there is a king of this world. But for the sake of this video, let us assume there's a king of the world. The king of the world goes by the name HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Hashem, the Ribono Shel Olam. These are all different terms. The Eibishter, that's one of my favorites, the Eibishter. I'm not sure if it's Yiddish, but whatever language, most likely it is Yiddish, but whatever it means, I'm not even sure what it means, but it just has a good ring to it, the Eibishter. God, most formerly known as God, that God is the king of the world. And elsewhere in Mesilas Yesharim, the Ramchal speaks about how it's very easy. Actually, I just lost my thought for a second. Where does the Ramchal think? Let me think for a second. I was going to have a great point about that. I don't remember, but let's not lose track here. That basically, the power to contemplate this one thought of the king of the world, and how that can sort of transform, our actual awareness and our knowledge of what that term really means. And I just got it what the Ramchal was saying, which is great. So it came back, and it feels so good when it comes back. And guess what? It got lost again. Oh no. Either way, I don't want to ruin this entire video. I might have to do my first edit. Yippee! Let me just think, and I could just edit this so it's okay, and I could just keep recording it. What does the Ramchal say about the king of the world, about contemplation, about the importance of... I lost it. So to come back to the thought of contemplation, that when we can take away our distractions and we can focus on a single thought, in this case, the king of the world. What does it mean that there's a king of the world? If we can stop and we can just think, we can have space to think, which in this world is difficult. As I'm talking, I'm getting messages from Twitter and from my instant messaging. As we speak, and this is something that I believe plagues us all, at least people my age. But if we can lose the distraction, and we can focus on a single thought, and see what we can bring out from that thought, to see what comes of just thinking about a singular thought for a period of time. Let's take 2 minutes of time to think about what it means that there's a king of the world. To me, that signifies that there's a law, there's an order to this world that might otherwise we might not have thought existed. And a king typically has a people that they rule over. And typically, within that structure of law and order, there are certain rules that the people abide by. And there are certain things that the people can do that can make the king happy. In Torah Judaism, that is the mitzvahs. And the mitzvahs are the key to making the king happy. And to just think for one moment that the performance of a mitzvah allows a person to make the one and only king of the entire world, the universe, go 80,000 light years away, however many we actually have today. I'm not even sure how many light years there are that science has discovered, but take that limit, whatever that may be. Recognize that there's one king that exists over all of that jurisdiction. And recognize that our actions as puny little human beings on planet Earth can actually influence and bring happiness to the one and only king. The power of contemplation. The distractions that exist in this world take away our power to contemplate. It's too easy, and I'm talking from personal experience, it's too easy to lose any sense of a developed thought when we have so many distractions in our lives. It's so easy to lose it. It's so easy to get caught up. It's so easy to lose the ability to have a developed thought. And I remember now what the Ramchal said, and it's probably gonna almost, I'm probably gonna lose again if I don't say it quickly. So here we go. The Ramchal talks about when we think about the normal bodily functions that we have, in the normal sort of rhythmic functions that are part of our daily living, waking, sleeping, hunger, being satiated. Those are things that come natural to man. They're not something we have to work on. These things happen naturally. You stay up late, you stay up too late, you become tired. You sleep for a long time, you feel wakeful. You eat a lot, you feel satiated. You don't eat for a while, you get hungry. These things are a natural consequence to the way that we live our lives. But the Ramchal says, you take any concept of service to God, any concept of our service to God, whether that be discovering the love of God, fear of God, service of God. These things do not come natural in man. They are not natural. They have to be toiled. They have to be worked for. And I believe that the power of contemplation can get us there. When we can stop and think about the wonders that are around us, wonders become available. Wonders are discovered. Such a beautiful thought. Such a beautiful thought. When you contemplate the wonders that exist around us, wonders are discovered. And conversely, by not thinking about those things around us, they get lost. The wonder is lost. It's like being a kid again. Think about a kid that sees a tree grow. And they wonder themselves, how does the tree grow? How is that possible? It's amazing. And then their parents buy them, a book on trees, or a book on plant chemistry, or biology, whatever it may be. No, it's not biology. Biology is animals. So let's just say the composition of the tree and how a tree grows, right down to the atoms. We need that childlike exuberance to understand the wonders of the world around us. And it helps us to discover God. And like the Ramchal speaks about, that it's not natural. We need to work for it. And what I'm trying to bring out here, to the best of my ability here, this was a rough one. I've made a few mistakes, but hey, that's how it works in this. The power of contemplation, I think, is the fuel that takes us there. If we can lose the distraction, focus on a single thought for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, we will discover wonders that we never knew existed before. And those are the wonders of God. And you know what? I'm not afraid to say it. And there's a lot of people that may not believe in God, and that's okay. I think there's still a lot to get out of this video, I hope. You can let me know in the comment section. That would be fun. Anyway, so that was the power of contemplation. That's Yid Talks 16. Please share this video. Please help me, find people that may want to view this and may get something out of it. I'm really trying to be myself here. That's what I hope to communicate here, because I really feel like I have something to give. I think so. And I'm going to be confident in myself that there is. And so please subscribe if you haven't already, and please help a brother out. And thank you guys so much for watching.